皆さん、お久しぶりです。Hi, I'm Grace Asakura and thank you for watching my video. And today, I wanted to talk about this phrase. 餅は餅屋。餅は餅屋. It's easy, right? You might have heard of the word mochi. I think it's getting a popular pet's name, I think. I see it on Instagram, TikTok. Mochi is a rice cake, if you didn't know. So for me, when I think about mochi, I imagine something like a soft and cushy thing. Rice cake. I love rice cake. They're so good. Yeah. Anyway, so when I say mochi wa mochiya, so yeah, at the end of mochiya, it makes like a store, right? So this phrase, it it's saying that you should go to Mochi Store to buy mochi, right? Duh. But this means leave it to a professional, leave it to a specialist. So what happened is, of course, you can make rice cake at home. You can get some mochi rice and steam it and basically knead it, pound it, and voila, you can make a mochi. But if you want a real deal, or if you want it for sure, because if you cook it at home, you might just mess it up. So if you really want something, go to a specialist, professional. Yes, I think somebody translated to buy a meat, go to a butcher, something like that. It basically just trust the professional. They do a better job than you. Yeah. So the reason I thought about this is that now the U.S. is tax season. It always the deadline is always on or right before my birthday, which is in April. So yeah, for me, like getting tax done as early as possible is a goal. So I don't want to be doing my tax on my birthday. So this year, I just hit a little issue. Not an issue, but I guess I made a little bit more money than expected. So all of a sudden, I'm in a different tax bracket, or maybe the government changed their brackets, the threshold. I don't know, but anyway, I thought I was getting a little, a little bit more, a little bit from what I already paid out of my paychecks. Now it says I owe them money. I'm like, it never happened to me before. So I'm using, I don't mean to advertise them, but I've been using TurboTax. It's a program, right, to file tax on my own. And before I didn't do this, but this year I upgraded the program to include this live help from accountants. And I was surprised. They were worth the money. I paid significantly more for that help. But hey, they answered to my questions. They just gave me good advice that I didn't even think about. Just assured me that I was doing okay. Before I was like, what if I made a mistake? Those IRS people would just come knock on my door and take everything from me. I have that weird worry. So when I was talking to a couple of the specialists, those accountants, I was like, wow, I thought I knew a little bit because I've been using that program for a while. Then, of course, all the information is on the internet, right? So if I search it, their answers pop up. But what I couldn't do was that put everything in perspective. It's almost like, diagnose what the problem was or just to see it as an overall picture. It's really hard. So yeah, I was very happy that I asked for specialists' help, even if it cost me a little bit extra. When I say specialists, it can be something like physical, for example, like cutting my hair. I wouldn't trust my scissor skills with my hair. So yeah, I go to hair salon or ask my hairstylist friends to cut my hair. So that's one thing. If it involves like physical skills, yeah. I mean, even though like there are like so many how-to videos on YouTube, so you might just want to try on your own. I mean, good luck. And also, it's just unless you enjoy it, like I enjoy like learning cooking, for example, and I'm learning skills, right? But for just using the example of cutting my hair, i I don't have a patience, or I guess I don't want to use that much time to practice, so it's easier. And they make money doing what they do, so I think it's a win-win situation if I go to the professional. So anyway, so if it's a physical thing, I totally like still people trust professionals. Go take your car to a mechanic. You don't try to fix your car on your own car. Now, even if you look at the videos, you wouldn't know how to do it. And if you make a mistake, it's fatal. So yeah, we're clear on that. Or doctors, etc. But when it comes to the knowledge, they say accountants, for example, because of the like internet and the social media, they give you tips and advice and how to this and that. So we feel like we know it all and we're better than professionals if it's something that's knowledge based. It's because it's not as clear as your physical skills with your hands or whatever that is. And I think it's very dangerous because I admit sometimes I do that too, because things that I don't know, I will just look into it online, do the research, and I feel like, oh, this is the answer. Like, why do they not do it? If they're professional, they should know. But maybe they have different views or different like perspective. They have their methods. But what I'm seeing nowadays is that you take what you learn online and you have this, not you, but in general, sometimes some people just form this idea that you are better than experts and professionals only because you did your own research. I hate those words when they say do your own research. It's like, dude, if you're going to the field or go back to school and learn the right way, okay, that's another story. But when they usually say do your own research, it's usually used by conspiracy theorists, and their research is just basically just doing online where you can trust everything, right? Yeah, so you can't really verify if it's true or not, but we like dangerously, it can give you the idea that you know a lot more than others. So I think that's very dangerous. So when I say mochi wa mochi ya, yeah, leave it to professional, I think I'm talking about like physical skills and this like knowledge based professionals as well. We have to trust when doctors say this is good for you. I mean, yeah, we can blindly trust everybody, but we have to give them credits that they probably know more than you do because they studied in the field and they have more experience than you do. It's not, and I don't think it's just about like one thing because they have this knowledge of the entire thing. Do you think I'm naive? But I just don't understand. A lot of people pretend or believe that they are better than professionals and specialists that who dedicated their lives to learning one thing, or certain things. Yeah, so the internet is very dangerous in that way. It gives you an illusion that you know it all. It's in there. It's online, but it's not in you. That's my opinion about hiring professionals or listening to professionals. But I also wanted to talk about a little bit about being professional. Like, I'm an actor, right? I'm a professional actor. I'm a member of a union, and I get paid for being on camera. So I am professional. I consider myself professional. But when I use that word, I'd better be ready to go anywhere in front of the camera, in front of the big budget movie, and even in front of the camera, that I do my job, that I get hired for. So we'd better be ready. I think calling yourself professional is getting harder, especially in the area that if you don't need any like certification or license. If there's license that's sort of like give you the, what do you call it, like the criteria, or the standard. Okay, here is regular people, here is professionals, right? But in the area that you don't have any those licenses and tests, that's the area that we have to strive really hard and keep the professionalism is really important. I think professionalism, it's not about just one deep knowledge or skill, but it's the ability to see it through from the beginning till the end. Basically, can you make other people say, thank God we hired you? Yeah, so I think that's the criteria. Are they happy to have you, instead of they do it on their own, or have someone else for less? So those are my thoughts about this phrase, mochi wa mochiya. It makes me hungry. Now I want to go get some really yummy mochi made by professional. Okay, so now I'm gonna go. So I will see you in my next video. Until then, take care and see you soon.